Hi, my name is Arthur Shaka,
Hi, I'm Achintya Saxena.
and we are the founders of Business BootCamp. This summer, Business BootCamp was fortunate to go on a service trip and help with the service of Community Collaborations International to Puerto Rico. During this trip, we taught a series of Business BootCamp classes to young adults, business owners, and students, which allowed all these people to gain knowledge about the basics of business. Throughout the trip, we also partnered with the U.S. Forest Service to help the environment and restart the ecosystem after the terrible hurricane. Now, we hope to take you on a journey through our week-long trip that we embarked on to help Puerto Rico's economy and their ecosystem.
Day one of our travel was primarily a travel day where we arrived at San Juan Airport in the early morning and were ready to begin our journey towards great success. We bonded as a team and outlined our plans for the following week and what we deem to do to help our community while we're here.
On day 2, we took a tour of the nature reserve where we will be doing all of our volunteering work. Touring the Cabezas de San Juan Nature Reserve was an amazing experience. This nature is the cornerstone to the Fallardo community, the region where we will be conducting all of volunteer work. We also saw the devastation that the hurricane ranged on for the forest and the local community. Through this tour, we learned also about their tree project in which they hope to plant hundreds of trees in order to revitalize the forest. Later in the day, we began our first Business Bootcamp class. We began the class by asking about every student's background. The class consisted of middle school students, small business owners in the tourism industry, non-profit leaders, and even teachers from local schools. We were able to tailor the classes better to each student's individual backgrounds. Then, we engaged through a series of PowerPoints and activities in order to reinforce the learning. It was a great class where one student even told us that she began to feel she was ready to open up her own business after our class, which was really fulfilling for both of us. We covered topics such as marketing, finance, management, career readiness, technology and business, how to start a business, and even healthcare and business. Through this package, we addressed some of the largest issues in the Puerto Rican economy, including the lack of startup culture, as well as the lack of technology in business to streamline the business model.
Today, on day 3, we went to a local community center and engaged in some cleanup and repair of the area. This community center was being prepared to host youth classes, adult night classes, and other non-profit office space. They were hoping to create a more service-oriented culture in Fajardo, Puerto Rico, where we were. And through this, we were able to help other non-profits just like us that are looking to benefit the local Puerto Rican community. Knowing that we were helping the local community for years to come made this an extremely rewarding experience. And we knew by helping these non-profits shape the Fajardo community, we were helping for generations to come. Then we went again to our business bootcamp classes at the El Portolito Community Center with another group of around 10 students from all different backgrounds, some teachers, some nonprofit organizers, some small business owners, and obviously some middle school students.
During day 4, we spent the entire day in the Cabezas de San Juan Nature Reserve. Here, we performed a variety of tasks, like finding seeds to preparing soil bags to finish the tree project and other necessary tasks. In over 6 hours, we were able to fill over 1,000 bags of soil. That will translate to over 1,000 trees, which is great for the environment. The whole tree project's mission is to revitalize the forest after the hurricane and reclaim the previous biodiversity. It was a humbling experience once again, knowing that through our actions, we were leaving an impact in Puerto Rico that will remain for decades after.
Today, on day 5, we engaged in another business bootcamp workshop, but in a different format. For this one, we split our team up into various groups and we performed small business consulting with various businesses. One business we assisted was a tourism adventure company that focused on education-based tourism, and they had begun to see their sales stagnate. We worked on a comprehensive marketing plan with an emphasis on social media marketing. Their goal was to target the youth demographic, which is what we focused on through platforms like Snapchat and Instagram. The reason they were losing out was because their social media presence was essentially zero, which we worked with them to improve. We helped them create accounts as well as streamline it through attractive content and descriptions. We then worked with the website to improve their SEO rating, which is search engine optimization, as well as the user interface. We were able to merge our knowledge with the business's needs and through that help the business grow. It was amazing knowing that through our help, we assisted a small business into achieving more growth, which in the end is beneficial for the local economy and Puerto Rico as a whole. We also helped students in college with a better understanding of personal finance, as well as finance as a career choice. We counseled with these sophomores in college who were deciding what major to declare, and their college advisor told them to attend a finance workshop, and they chose to attend ours. Through this, we talked to them about the pros and cons about a finance major and a finance career, and how other ways that a finance career could lead to other career opportunities like entrepreneurial aspirations, like making a small business. We merged this with an entrepreneurship base and taught them some basics on how to start their own business.
On day 6, we went to the nature reserve once again in order to plant trees. Throughout the morning, we were able to plant hundreds of trees that will hopefully last for a long time. Once again, this was extremely profound, as our actions in Puerto Rico will have a great long-term effect, and that is truly humbling for all of us. Later in the day, we then held another small business consulting workshop. This time, we did it with a startup business. This startup was relatively new, and they needed help creating a business plan with all the necessary components. We helped them create a business plan, as well as creating a plan in order to obtain funding. We walked them through every step of creating a new business with the owners, and then we also gave them other tips to create a successful business and to maintain it as well. We helped them establish a growth plan for over the next couple of years, and then we told them the necessary steps in order to execute the strategy. They were really impressed and took our business cards as well in order to keep contact with us as they moved forward with their growth plan.
And finally, on day 7, our last day, we traveled home with an extremely successful trip in Fajardo, Puerto Rico. This was a great experience with a lot of great ability for us to impact the local community. We were able to help the local economy, which Puerto Rico desperately needs, especially after the hurricanes and the financial problems with the debt. It was humbling knowing how much we were able to actually help the community just by taking a week out of our schedules. Through this, we were able to achieve our mission statement in Puerto Rico of educating and inspiring an interest in business studies for all ages. We helped young middle schoolers become more interested in business studies, but also helped college students choose finance as their future career. And we helped small businesses become more knowledgeable about some of these financial and business-oriented concepts so that they can implement this in their business model. Our amazing partnership with Community Collaborations International and the U.S. Forest Service have allowed us to improve our own program, as well as leave a lasting impact on the Puerto Rican economy and environment. We can't wait till next year to do this trip again and see how we helped the local businesses achieve growth, as well as see the trees that we plant grow bigger and bigger. We can't wait till we expand to even more locations that need us around the world. I would just like to end by saying thank you to all the volunteers who have been with us from the beginning and have allowed us to grow Business Bootcamp into the budding powerhouse we know it can be. Stay tuned for more updates as Business Bootcamp continues to expand its scope and reach even more impoverished and local communities that need our help. Thank you.